back again for Sketchbook Challenge 6. Awesome, and today's Sketchbook Challenge, James is hanging out with us again today, James Polony. And James, what is one of your favorite shows on Netflix?
Gotta go with Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, and that's awesome because I wanted to share with you guys what another one of your prizes is going to be at the end of this, and that is this limited edition Stranger Things art print. This is licensed by Netflix, and there is a rare amount of these. I ordered online a bunch of red paint pens, and they're all signed and numbered by me, and it's got obviously Dustin and 11. Not all of the prizes are necessarily going to be just my artwork. It's not like at the end of this, oh great, all I win is Matt Busch artwork and art prints. There's actually going to be more. I'm trying to figure out if I can get some sponsors from some art companies to get you guys some awesome art supplies. But at the moment, I only have a few of these, but I have enough. It's definitely going to go in the first place, second place, third place. You guys have come up with some really good categories. Please keep it coming. Whether it's spookiest, funniest, a couple people have chimed in and said mixed media sketchbook is where it's at. A lot of people using mixed media. Honorable mention, so is that like fourth? Or is honorable mention the second and third?
No,
or that's just another?
mention's like fourth or fifth.
Okay.
How many honorable you got.
Okay. Oh, maybe there's multiple honorable mentions. I don't know. But this is one of your prizes. And this is a great segue into what we're going over today, because in Stranger Things, there's like that main monster that's like a spider. What's that thing called? It's just like, you know what I mean? It's not the Gorgon. It's not the Gorgon. What are those things called?
Mind Flayer.
Oh, the Mind Flayer. So what we are going to do today, we are going to talk insects. Now, I want you guys to fill a page, obviously top to bottom, side to side. There's a couple ways you could do this. You could almost make this look like a vintage, almost like a Leonardo da Vinci sketchbook, where it's all anatomical, and maybe you make it look like scientific, like all these like insect studies, maybe insects that are like cut in half.
Like the Vitruvian Man.
Yeah, but maybe you've got like a spider instead, right? So there's a lot of ways you could play this, or you could revisit some of the other techniques we've done, like fill, and you could just fill a page with like a ton of insects. You could also use dots. This could be a pointillism. So there's a lot of different ways that this could play out. Now, one of the things that I wanted to chat about before you leap into this, I want you guys to look up some reference and to look up some really cool creepy crawlies. Now, today's exercise is called insects, but I will also accept spiders, and I will also accept crustaceans, because they got like the shell and they got all the little. And are millipedes and centipedes, are those considered insects? Or are insects only 6 legs? And then those might be something else. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'll accept millipedes, any creepy crawlies that have like way too many legs. Here's what I wanted to go over with you guys. So some of you draw more cartoony, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally cool. But sometimes when you go the cartoony route, sometimes you guys get lazy with it. So sometimes what I'll see people doing, for example, if you guys are drawing a spider, you guys will say, oh, I know what a spider is. It's got a little body and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. So I'll see a lot of people that will draw a spider and they'll do this, and then they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then look, it's a happy spider. But I draw cartoony, and so I can get away with this and fill a page with this, and there's nothing wrong with cartoony, and really there's nothing wrong with this. But if you are drawing cartoony, I want you to challenge yourself. So I want to do something special. So James, I want you to find for me some spiders, and we're going to do it cartoony, but is there any cool spiders we can dig up online that we can look at and then come up with, like, give it a backstory? What can we do?
We have the velvet tarantula.
I like that. That's good. It's velvet.
Yeah.
It's so proper.
We also have,
what in the world?
this is an orb weaver. Haunt your sleep kind of.
That seems like you'd wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, what? Okay.
And then they even have some bizarre ones, like this one here.
Oh.
This is a trapdoor spider, but it just happens to be a very specific one that has a stamp-like body.
And does it open up like
a sand dollar almost?
It almost does. I mean, if you could just pick it up, if it didn't mind, you just make little marks in the sand with its butt.
I'm going to go with the velvet one, and I like the idea that it's velvet. So is there something funny we can do where we make this spider proper. What can we do with this?
Well, the red here with the little black dots, it could be like a velveteen petticoat with fancy little velvet shoes.
Okay.
Maybe a little velvet top hat.
All right.
Maybe a monocle, just because it has to be fancy.
I like it. So we're going to go cartoony, but now that I've got reference and I can kind of see how the body works, this is going to help me out. I'm going to draw lightly, even though we're drawing cartoony. I'm going to maybe have the head like this. Maybe the body is going to be like this. Yeah, maybe not that tall. I'll have the monocle. And then you said like sipping tea or something like that?
Yeah, monocle. You could have a fancy little coat. Instead of a feather in the hat, maybe like a little cobweb accent.
Oh, I like it. Now that I've got my basic shapes, now I can go ahead and yeah, let's make this cartoony, but let's make this fun. So I'm gonna start with that. What is it called? It's not a maniacal. What is it called again?
Monocle.
Monocle, there we go. Maniacal? Maybe this guy secretly is maniacal.
Lovely party, Jeffrey, but there's a fly in the punch bowl. Like, original.
I was thinking Harry at first, but I think, again, cartoony is not just about, I know a lot of people that get into cartooning and animation because they can draw, but they don't want to take the time to learn to draw well. So they take like cartooning and animation as kind of a way out, as a way to cheat. And anytime they don't draw something good enough, they kind of use the excuse, well, I draw cartoony. Cartoony is what I'm doing. And I think good cartooning and good like animating is all about learning the foundation, being able to draw well, and then breaking the rules with knowing what rules to break. These buttons, even though we're cartooning, we need to think about perspective a little bit, and that these buttons are kind of tilting back. To really help emphasize this, like it's kind of a cartoony drawing, but I think we can make it even better. Let's add some thickness to the some of the shapes to really make it bold. Oh, I forgot to make the rest of the teacup.
Because if you're wearing a velvet coat to a party and you don't have pants, I can only imagine it's fancy in just the right ways and party in all the other right ways.
This is a really cool outline. This is feeling really good, but I feel like you could go a little bit further, and having some shadow underneath is really going to help it leap off the board, no pun intended. And the shadows do two things. For one, it adds three-dimensionality to a lot of this, but the other thing that this is going to do is just having the back and forth lights and darks. This is actually really going to help our drawing stand out. So I want you to take a look. So again, do you see the difference? This is where you're just like, man, you're just not giving it like effort. I want you to go, even if you're going cartoony, that's totally cool. I totally respect that. And maybe this is a little more drawing in shadow than you'd like to do with your cartooning, and I can totally respect that too. But somewhere there's got to be a happy medium between realism and zero F's given, okay? So try to go the extra mile. Yeah, draw cartoony, make it fun, exaggerate things, have a ball with it. James, thank you for helping me out once again for this sketchbook challenge. You guys have been awesome. So I need you guys to, what?
Like the video.
What else?
You want to leave a comment?
Okay, well, and what kind of comment? Why would they leave a comment?
Comments to see the line between realism and cartoony could be.
Awesome. I'd like to know, what are your favorite cartoons? Do you like cartoons that are a little bit more realistic, or do you like cartoons that are a little bit more like wacky, zany, cartoony, which is totally cool as well? What kind of cartoons do you dig? What else can they do?
They can share the video.
I like that on social media. That'd be great.
They can subscribe to,
Yes.
to the channel, and
Okay.
when you subscribe to that channel, also notifications, so you know exactly when the new stuff goes up and what kind of content you can look forward to.
Absolutely. It's just the notification bell. Once you hit subscribe, that thing comes right up, very easy. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. Have a great one, and